Coach Leese, you had a chance to win a series, Pac-12 Road Series at Arizona, but kind of came up short there on Friday at the tying run on second base. And then you bounce back and you win on Saturday, get a good pitching performances, and then Sunday you kind of run into a good Arizona team. So I guess talk about the weekend. What can you take from chance to win a Pac-12 Road Series, but come up short?
Well, I think after we leave that series and on the bus back to Phoenix to fly out, as a coaching staff, and I'm hoping our players feel the same way, we should be every bit as 5-1 as we are 1-5. But we need to continue to get better. Saw some glimpses of some more good things this weekend. Robbie Teal's back in our lineup here and there, recovering from a knee injury, so it's kind of nice to get him back in that second game. But his time's going to be, limited until he gets fully healthy. But did a nice job catching. Had a really nice hit that scored 2 runs in the second game. Scott Sunich came out on Friday night. Probably didn't have his best stuff, and he would agree with that in a chuckling way. But he grinded through it for 5 innings, and we ended up in the 7th inning. They scored 2 runs, bases loaded, no outs. I thought it was a time that we had some growth. In the past, even this year, we would have broken that and given up a couple more runs. But Newstrom came in, did a nice job getting a pop-up from a left-hander, and then Walker came in and was as nasty and good as he's been the whole season. So that was some growth. And then on Saturday, we faced a very good pitcher in Michael Flynn, and he basically started off with a 7-0. We weren't able to get anybody hot enough, quick enough before it was 7-zip. So that day took care of itself, but felt like we had a good opportunity on Friday night. Cody Deason was very good, and we kind of grinded them out. They got some runs. Our offense battled back very well. We were in a position in the last inning we got the tying run at second base, and unfortunately made a base running error that ended the game. But we're in 5 of the 6 games to win them, and we just need to punch that ticket, to keep grinding and we're playing high-level defense. I feel very good about where we're at with that. I think in the league we're in the top 2, and if we can continue to do that and not let big innings happen, I think we're leading the league in double plays turned as well. So those things are very positive. Our batting average is up as compared to it was the beginning of the year. Striking out a little too much. It is better pitching, but we need to do a little bit better job at the plate, whether it be with 2 strikes or just getting the movement on good balls earlier in the count.
Rotation for the weekend?
We'll go A.J. Block on Thursday night, then Scott Sunich on Friday, and then Cody Anderson on Saturday again.
Any idea for Tuesday's game?
No, I have no idea on Tuesday. Isaac Mullins is being used. He pitched 2 times for us this weekend. We liked what he did coming out of the pen. Had 3 innings scoreless. So we like where he's at right now, being able to use him twice in a weekend at least.
Last year, a lot of freshmen got a chance to play. This year, Jack Smith has gotten a lot of playing time. How has he adjusted to coming from high school as a freshman and playing in Pac-12?
Jack's on a good pace right now. Some things he's played very, very good defense. He made some plays on Saturday that I haven't. I mean, he's worked at it, but he made some plays a little out of just the ordinary, forehand and take your 2 steps and throw it over there. So very excited about where he is at defensively. Offensively, it's coming. He will be a good hitter one day. I think he's finding out that the difference in high school and summer ball pitching is quite a bit different, and you've got to get started a little sooner. You've got to get your barrel where you want. But I'm happy with the progression that Jack Smith has taken.
And kind of on the same note, where does he fit into your program in the future, and how do you see him progressing?
Well, Jack is a unique kid because he's played third base. He's a shortstop in high school. He's played third base for us this year already, and can. He's made a transition over to second in the winter. We thought we lost a kid over break, and he's done a nice job, and hasn't played much, if any, second base in his life. But I can see Jack between, Plu's doing a very nice job and improved tremendously at third base, and I can see Plu playing third base for another year. Jack in that second base to first base when we lose Rudkin for next year. But he's getting better. He's really a super utility kid. Like to get his speed and agility a little bit better, but he's made every play that and more that he's put the hands on the ball with.
Thank you. Any questions on the line for Coach?
Coach Bobby, you got me here? This
Yep.
is Chess.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Chess.
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
Good.
Have you talked to the guys at all about, like, pressure moments, crunch time? Do you want them to treat those differently, or just kind of keep doing what you're doing? And you think sometimes they'll go your way? You've been in so many close games here. I would imagine for the freshmen it's invaluable reps. And then for some of those guys, is there anything different you want them to do in those moments, or just kind of keep plugging away and those will go your way?
Well, I think take a deep breath and understand you don't have to be a hero in everything that you do. Whether you're at the plate, we're just trying to get on base. You're not, I think kids, when you come up and you've got bases loaded and no outs, there's a different feeling in your mind, and so trying to separate that and just have a good AB. And if you're on the mound, last week didn't go so well for Ryan Walker. He had to change his approach, the way that he came in a game this week, and came out and did a very nice job. Now, he's a senior, so he's been through those battles. He can categorize a little bit different because he's been through those battles. When you're a young kid, there probably is a process to it. Do we talk about it? Yeah, we talk about it a lot, in all facets. And I think we've seen some growth in all those areas. To be able to be in the games in the 8th and 9th, and to lose them, it's tough, but you do have to keep grinding. You do have to. There's a mental part of it that we talk about a lot, but we also could make one more play and hit one more guy in, or make one extra pitch, and you don't know which run's going to be the winning run. You don't know which play is going to define the game or which pitch it is. But in the 7th on Saturday, we could have broke, and we didn't, and we held together and held strong, and were able to get through the game with a win.
Sure. Hey, how optimistic are you that I know the record's not what you wanted, but you've only played 4 home games, and you were so good at home last year. Does it feel like you can kind of really turn the engine over here and climb back up toward 500 or so, and then get back into the middle of the standings there?
Well, that would be certainly the goal of what we're trying to do. We're really, and I know it's a term used a lot by everybody in the country, but we really just need to go one game at a time. And if we can do that and just concentrate on that, and then worry about winning series, and then going from there. But I think being at home will be nice. We played 4 games out of how many? 19 at home. We typically play very well at home, like Arizona does, like Oregon State does, like so. I'm excited that our kids get to sleep in their own beds and won't be traveling, and excited for Arizona State's a very good team, and they've also got a good group of young kids that have already probably exceeded their expectations early in their career, and it'll be a good matchup.
Thank you, Coach. Thanks, Bobby.
Yep. Any other questions on the line for Coach?
And then one final look at Arizona State. You got Gage Canning, one of the top hitters in the league, and then Eli Lingos, one of the better pitchers in the league. It starts there, but then you have this freshman class. How do you attack Arizona State this weekend?
Well, they are good. There's no question about that. They've got good players. They've got Torkelson's a freshman with 11 homers. He's been a really tough out for everybody. He seems to like to hit a homer every game. Gage Canning is as good as there is in the country, and so If we can keep him off base, that's a start. But we need to keep some people off base before he gets up too, and that's where people have faltered. Watched the game where they were playing Oregon, and he came up with the bases loaded and hit a triple. And so the ability to pitch to him in those areas, and he's embraced him for the 3 years I've been here. And he's a very good player, and Lingos has done a really nice job. He's pitching deep into the game and gives them a chance to win. And you look at what their offense has been doing, hitting a little over 300 in the league, and what he's been doing, it's a pretty good match. So we'll have our hands full, just like every other weekend, but we like that we're home and that we are moving in the right direction.